Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Magnezone 150. We're going to talk about the Raspberry Pi 2, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust this so you can see that better. So, what makes the Raspberry Pi 2 better than its predecessor? Well, I can tell you for sure it's because better management and better improvements and upgrades in hardware is definitely one of them. We got multi-core so that it can be better at hardware acceleration in terms of graphics. We also have a new chip infrastructure, core infrastructure here, if you can see it there. It's the Broadcom BCM2836, and we also got a quad-core ARM Cortex-A7 going at 900 megahertz. This is a great upgrade compared to the previous models, literally because now it can really a lot more beefier in terms of running multimedia, being able to handle 1080p at 30 frames, and as well as being able to give you that extra punch of memory capacity and processing power, because of course it's got a gig of memory instead of the previous 512 megs. It's also, well, mind you, it is running on DDR2, on LPDDR2 actually, correction, but of course it continues to have what we all know and love about Raspberry Pi, including the fact that you can boot right off of micro SD, the fact that you still got your 4 USBs on the front, and your 10100 here for networking, and of course the simple layout that we're all fond of, that we're familiar with. The jack is still here, the 3.5 millimeter. You got HDMI here. That's great with the 1.3 and 1.4 versions of HDMI for better compatibility, and the 5 volt 2 amp micro USB, the 2 ribbon here 20 pin, and as well as your full 40 pin GPIO. So it's all there that we're familiar with, but now it's got a better performance, double or 6 times in many benchmarks that they say. For more details on the benchmarks and details of that, you can always go to Raspberry Pi's site, raspberrypi.org. But I mean, if you have to consider between the B Plus and this, I still think this is a better buy for the dollar if you're looking for more performance. Of course, it always depends on the project you want to do. It always depends on what your needs are hardware-wise, but I mean, there is barely any difference in terms of form factor between this. Actually, there's essentially, what to me it feels like there's none, but compared to the B Plus. And of course, remember that this is a B Plus case that it's in right now, and it fits perfectly. So, I mean, that's my quick review of the Raspberry Pi 2. Continue to check out my channel here, or just subscribe. It saves you a lot of time and effort there of having to come back and search for me again. But as you can see, I have a bunch of Raspberry Pi 2 Model Bs here, and I'll be doing all kinds of fun projects here in relation to the Raspberry Pi, and of course many other technology related videos. So thanks for watching, everyone. This is Magnezone 150. Adios.